Hello everyone, welcome back to the channel. How are you all doing? All our lives we have heard financial advice which may or may not have been beneficial. Mind you, it rarely ever is. Some people, not having the ability to filter through bad advice, or you could call them myths, end up losing their hard-earned money instead of going routes through which they could have potentially become wealthy. Here, we're going to take a look at 5 big money myths that are debunked. So without any further ado, let's get straight into the video. Number 5. Investing in stocks is a no-no.
Investors behave in very human ways, which is they get very excited during bull markets and they look at...
You might have heard that dabbling in the stock market is too big of a risk to take and that keeping your money in a savings account is the best way to go about it. But, well, the thing is, your money isn't really going to grow if you keep it in your savings account, keeping in mind the low interest rates. Not only that, it will also lose its value if you decide to withdraw it after some years, when you finally decide to spend it due to inflation. The stock market, on the other hand, has quite a history of money growth. For example, a young individual can make a suitable investment strategy according to his financial situation, time horizon, and how much risk he's willing to take, and potentially become as rich as he dreamed of if he plays his cards in the stock market right, instead of just letting his money sit in his savings account. You, the person who's watching this video, can also build a diversified portfolio for yourself with mutual funds, exchange trade funds, or individual securities. You see, even if you find investment as too big of a drag, then you can even get yourself a managed account or a target date fund for savings that you want to use after retirement. Number 4. Micro saving isn't worth it.
And I was making, when I was 22 to 28, I was making $35,000 to $55,000 a year.
Look, saving small amounts of money is definitely worth it. See it this way, if you start investing at, say, the age of 25, you could save enough money to live your current lifestyle by the time you finally retire. This plan may sound like too big of a stretch, but if you're disciplined enough, you can surely make it. If you're older than 25, then no problem, as it's still better to start somewhere than not to start at all. The key to making enough money by saving is keeping aside the most amount of it you can, while still being able to pay for all your essentials like groceries, electricity bills, and rent, etc. And by the time you reach the age of retirement, you won't have to worry about ending up penniless in an old home. Number 3. Stay away from credit cards.
I don't own a debit card. I've never owned one. I've never allowed my 3 sons to possess one.
No, just no. You have nothing to worry about if you pay your card balance properly every month. Credit cards have a lot to offer. Things like reward programs make credit cards the worthwhile of anyone who, well, likes money. You could make a bunch of points through these reward programs and then trade them for cash. Also, handling your card well can assist you in boosting your credit card score, which can make it way easier for you to make big purchases like a car or a house. Yeah, it can be hard to crawl out of credit card debt, but if you use it the right way, you can do pretty good for yourself. Number 2. All debt is bad debt.
Those are big, strong, superlative words. Here's a good example of bad debt. I'm buying cars. I'm using credit cards.
Yeah, all of you have probably heard about just how bad debt is. And while it's true that having a balance on your credit card or a high-interest loan is a nuisance, certain kinds of debt, such as student loans or mortgages, can actually help you with achieving your goals. On top of that, student loans and mortgages have interest rates that are usually quite low than, say, credit card loans or personal loans in general. But before going under debt, you should make sure that you look around for the market for the best rates you can get.
Instead of saving up my money to buy them, I'm just going to advance them to myself by buying them on credit.
And never, we repeat, never borrow more money than you think you can pay back efficiently, because that is precisely when things go where you wouldn't want them to go, and you can end up like one of those people who are always complaining about being crushed under debt. Number 1. Buying a house is absolutely necessary.
A lot of people will tell you that buying a home is a good investment, and that couldn't be further from the truth.
Buying a house is on the bucket list of most people, along with getting married, getting a high-end job, of course. But what if we told you that owning a house isn't all that great for more people than you think? It could also include you. The thing is, a lot of people are not ready to leave the places they currently live in and cross state lines in search of a house to buy. In those cases, buying a house will probably not be in their best interest, and that's where renting a house or an apartment comes in. It's not only an easier but also a cheaper option if you're looking to live in a top-notch area, instead of buying a house, which can send you into a world of loss and getting tied down in an area where there's a chance of you being miserable. This brings us to the end of our video. Make sure to hit the like button and don't forget to subscribe to our channel if you haven't already, and press the bell icon so that you don't miss out on any of our upcoming content. Until next time, take care and goodbye.